Hey guys, it's Britta. I hope that you had a really awesome week. My week was a bit like tumbling down the rabbit hole, but whatever, it's Friday, it's cold, and I don't have to see the rest of the world for the next 2 days. Well, until church, but you get it. Let's get into this Bluestocking salute. The book we're going to be talking about today is Love, Rosie by Cecelia Ahern. It's my first kind of foray into Cecelia Ahern. I know that she wrote P.S. I Love You, which has a lot of acclaim and a lot of popularity, and several other novels that I know tend to, well, at least they seem to be more popular in the UK than they are here. I only discovered this novel because of the film coming out starring Sam Claflin and Lily Collins. I am so excited to see the film. I hear that there is an American release, hopefully soon. It sucks that we aren't privy to see a lot of really cool movies that come out overseas. Though I'm sure that people overseas will say, you know, please, okay, you guys get all the movies. Love, Rosie is the story of two best friends, Rosie and Alex, and their lives before and after Alex and his family relocate to Boston. What I love most is that Cecelia Ahern does a wonderful job of painting this portrait of a dream friendship. I think I've always been a kind of person who would have loved to have like that grand best friend that you've had from the time that you were a young person and you watch their lives grow, and you know, but then you discover down the line that there's feelings. I just find that to be quite extraordinary, and I feel like maybe more than me agrees with me. I like that she has quite a clever and witty voice for both, and because this story is written through text messages and instant messages and emails and actual written letters, I thought that added quite a bit to a quirk. It's also really cool to see character nuance filtered through their texts in the way that they spell words or misspell words or little quirks that they add. I really enjoyed that. I love that Alex and Rosie's relationship it's just so real life, I feel like. I feel like there's an element that's extraordinary, but not really. Like, it's extraordinary in that I feel like a ton of people long to discover that intimacy with another person, but I also feel like they're just, you know, regular. There are times when they want to kill each other. There are times when they want to celebrate each other. They kind of bounce off of one another in a really awesome way. Rosie's a cool character, and she's so funny and so clever, but like, you really learn to root for her. She endures quite a great many challenges in this book that I think would be challenging for anyone. Not challenges that are too grave, but enough of a challenge for a young person to just be like, oh my gosh, really? There were moments in this book where I really wanted to just throw the book down because life is just frustrating that way sometimes. You feel like two people should finally get it and they don't get it, or something in their life pops up and it's just like, really? Is this Monday every day? Is it Groundhog Day? It's like that Alanis Morissette song when you're looking for, when you open a drawer and you, Lord. It's like me trying to explain the Alanis Morissette song, isn't it ironic? I loved Alex because he's such a dork. He's such a dork, but like a lovable dork. I also really enjoyed watching both characters kind of navigate the world with their best friends and their significant others. It's always completely hilarious because no matter what happens in any story I've ever seen about male-female friendships, it's always a really hard time for either character to get used to their significant other. But it's awesome. And one of the significant others is always like a mainline psychopath that should never have gotten with their friend in the first place, because their friend is usually really awesome. So it's always a question, like, why would you want them? I loved that Cecelia Ahern, she knew the correct balance between, you know, light comedic wit and when to kind of drive the heavy home. And even the heavy wasn't too heavy because you got the sense that there was a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not going to say that this book ends in the way that I would have liked it to end, and I'm saying that to throw everyone off clearly, but I feel like in the end, everything kind of comes full circle, and I feel like that's basically life, because by God's grace, you live life, sometimes you miss opportunities, but by His grace and mercy, you get to the place somehow that you were supposed to be, hopefully. And so that's really why I like this book. I like that it was really true to life. The celebrations are really high, the lows are kind of low, but not a downer, not an overall downer. She's done a really great job with this book. I can't wait to watch the movie. So Lionsgate, it would be awesome if you didn't wait until 2015 to release it. It's nice, it's fun, it's lighthearted. I will say that because this book is 400 and some odd pages, there were moments where I felt like the narrative became a bit slow, just a little bit, and I felt like speeding up. He does kind of go into very many years of their lives, but I just thought that even in that, the positive side is that it presents a really well-rounded look at relationships and at two people's lives. You really get to know them over the course of these 400 pages. You really kind of feel like they're part of your little Reddit family. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm always so appreciative. For the few people who subscribed to my channel in the last few weeks that I've had my channel up, thank you so much for subscribing. You don't know how it does my heart good. I love it. Bluestockings unite. I just want to give some shout outs. Everyone who hasn't already, go over and subscribe to Nina's channel, SCS Reads. She's wonderful. She's completely well read, and her voice is really soothing to listen to. It's really awesome. So go ahead and check her out. You can also check out Terza at Read Inc. She's fabulous. And anyone else that I have forgotten to shout out, I will link your profiles down in the down bar. It's always awesome chatting with you guys. Have you read Love, Rosie? If so, please feel free to chat with me in the comments, or you can chat with me at Runaway Blue, drop the E on Twitter. You can chat with me at Beat Spark the Soda Pop on Tumblr, or go through some really cool bookish posts with me on Instagram at Beats. Thank you so much. Happy Friday, happy weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bridge to Terabithia by Catherine Peterson is what really got me into reading. I read this book when I was in like the 3rd grade or something like that. This was the